What's up, guys? Welcome to 1 Minute Mondays. It's completely pouring down rain right now. It has been for the last week. I'm standing in front of a waterfall called Gardens Falls, and oh wow, this camera's getting a bit wet. Today, I want to talk to you about something that is probably my most asked question on Instagram, and that is how to travel. I get asked that like pretty much every single day. Basically, what I say to you and how you can kind of turn it into a bit of an income, even if it's not your full-time income, is start by traveling locally, because chances are there's hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions of people around the world who would love to see your hometown, where you're from, what you're about. Right now, this place is about an hour away from where I live. It's awesome, it's beautiful. I take it for granted because I live here, but I'm sure that you guys would find it really beautiful. It's kind of the same. If I went to your country or saw what you did in your country, I think it's absolutely amazing, even if you might not think that it's that great. The second thing that I want to point out is I always get asked, how do I start traveling and how do I start building that up into kind of like a business and stuff. My best piece of advice is just start. Like, don't have any excuses. Get rid of those excuses out of your head, because at the end of the day, if you want to make succeed, you will succeed. For example, I started 2.5 years ago. I started with the mind frame of I want to be a bloody famous YouTuber, which hasn't happened, and that's gone now. I don't really care about any of those numbers or whatever. It's kind of turned into a passion of mine to just start traveling and seeing what's around me. So yeah, I'll just start by literally documenting what you're doing, no matter the excuses. Just, keep doing what you want to do and you will get there eventually. I recently just hit 10K Instagram followers and I can't be more happy. It's like been 2.5 years in the making. Eventually comes around if you just keep putting the effort in time. Remember, you need to put in the effort too. You need to reach out to these companies, send them the email, no matter how scary it is, because I know back in the day when I was sending out 20, 30, 40 emails a day, I got like 99% of them wouldn't even respond. Perseverance is ultimately what you need to stick by. And when you're traveling, it's totally fine to set up the shot. And people say make sure it's candid. Yeah, make sure it's candid, as in like make sure you're having fun where you are, but make sure that you're planning out a shot in your mind before you go. If there's a waterfall, so for example, I took a few photos in front of this because I'm like, all right, this is gonna look really cool for a photo. At the end of the day, it's okay to plan your photo out, your shot. Before you wanna go to the place that you're going to and film or take photos, make sure that you have an idea of what you want to take, where you want to take it, and then who knows, you could tag people in that photo, tag companies that could potentially expose you to a wider audience. If you want to turn it into a business, the number one thing is you need to remember that you need to offer them something of value. That's the whole purpose of a business. You need to give them something. So make sure that you have a product that is worth giving to these people. So if you're taking a really crappy ass photo or video, to be honest, they're not going to want it. Even with photos, I don't take good photos all the time, so I go back again, and I get that shot that I want that's up to that quality. So make sure you're getting the highest quality stuff that you possibly can. Also, guys, heads up, I've actually released 2 Lightroom mobile preset packs. One click and your photo's completely edited. One's a sunset pack, one's a beach pack, from literally presets that I've made from going to these places in Australia. So if you would like to purchase those, I'm gonna leave a link down below so you can turn your photos into something a bit better. Anyways, guys, I hope this helped you a little bit, because Kirsty, which is the one filming, is like, she keeps distracting me because she's like getting wet.
You have to do your outro.
Oh yeah, I can do my outro.
That's what I was thinking, because...
Alright, well, we're getting a bit soaked here.
And there's a family coming.
Alright guys, I'll see you next week. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, stay safe and not too safe. Peace.